Welcome to Shadow of History, mysterious, dark, and untold stories from world history. Today, we delve into one of the greatest intellectual losses in history, the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. For centuries, this library stood as a symbol of ancient knowledge and learning, but its fate remains shrouded in mystery. What happened to the Library of Alexandria? Was it destroyed by fire, invaders, or something more? In this video, we'll explore the theories and the truth behind the library's tragic end. The Library of Alexandria, founded in the 3rd century BCE during the reign of Ptolemy II Philadelphus, was part of the Great Library of Alexandria complex, a center of learning in ancient Egypt. It is said to have housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls, making it one of the largest libraries in the ancient world. Scholars from all over the Mediterranean, including figures like Euclid, Archimedes, and Eratosthenes, worked and studied there. The library was more than just a collection of books. It was a beacon of intellectual achievement, gathering the best minds of the time to study and share knowledge. For centuries, the Library of Alexandria was the intellectual heart of the ancient world. Its scrolls contained works of science, mathematics, history, literature, and philosophy. But as time went on, the library's fate took a dark turn, and by the end of the 3rd century CE, it had all but vanished. What caused this loss of one of humanity's most valuable collections of knowledge? The answer is not clear, and there are multiple theories surrounding its destruction. One of the most popular theories is that the Library of Alexandria was destroyed by fire. The first major blow to the library is often linked to Julius Caesar's invasion of Alexandria in 48 BCE. During the siege of Alexandria, Caesar's forces set fire to the city's harbor. The fire quickly spread, and it is believed that a portion of the library was burned down, possibly including many of its invaluable scrolls. However, some scholars argue that this event only affected a smaller part of the library, and the main collection may have survived. Another theory suggests that the destruction of the library was more gradual and occurred over a period of centuries, rather than in one catastrophic event. This theory points to the rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire during the 4th and 5th centuries CE. As Christianity gained dominance, many ancient institutions and knowledge that were seen as pagan or heretical were targeted. The library may have suffered at the hands of Christian zealots who viewed its contents as contrary to their beliefs. One of the most famous proponents of this theory is the destruction of the Serapeum of Alexandria in 391 CE, a temple that housed part of the library's collection. The destruction of the Serapeum is believed to have been part of the broader Christian campaign to eliminate pagan practices, and some believe the library's remaining scrolls were destroyed in the process. In addition to these theories, there are those who suggest that the library's destruction was more politically motivated. During the decline of the Roman Empire, Alexandria, like many other cities, faced instability and conflict. The library may have become a target for political factions seeking to control the city's wealth and influence. As different rulers and factions vied for power, it is possible that the library's destruction was not the result of one specific event, but rather a series of incidents fueled by political power struggles. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, there are some who argue that the Library of Alexandria never truly disappeared, but rather was dispersed. According to this theory, the scrolls were secretly moved to other locations over time, possibly to other libraries in the ancient world. Some scholars point to the idea that portions of the library's collection may have ended up in places like Rome, Constantinople, or even Baghdad. While this theory cannot be confirmed, it is possible that much of the library's knowledge was preserved in other forms, though not in the original building. So, what happened to the Library of Alexandria? The truth remains elusive. We may never know the exact details of its destruction, but what is certain is that the loss of the library was a monumental event in human history. The knowledge contained within those scrolls could have provided us with answers to questions that remain unanswered to this day. Imagine how much more we could know about the ancient world if the library had survived. The scientific and literary advancements that could have been made with the information housed in the library. would have shaped the course of history in ways we can only imagine. Even though the Library of Alexandria no longer exists, its legacy lives on. The idea of a center for learning, a place where knowledge was freely shared and celebrated, still resonates today. In many ways, the spirit of the Library of Alexandria is alive in our modern universities, libraries, and research institutions. While we may never be able to recover the lost knowledge of the library, the pursuit of knowledge remains as important as ever. The mystery surrounding the destruction of the Library of Alexandria serves as a powerful reminder of how fragile knowledge can be. Throughout history, books, scrolls, and manuscripts have been destroyed in wars, fires, and political upheaval. The loss of the library is one of the most tragic examples of how the destruction of knowledge can have far-reaching consequences. It is a reminder that we must protect and preserve our intellectual heritage for future generations. In the end, the story of the Library of Alexandria is not just about the loss of a building or a collection of scrolls. It is about the importance of knowledge, learning, and the preservation of human achievement. The library stood as a beacon of intellectual curiosity and progress, and its legacy continues to inspire scholars, historians, and thinkers to this day. While we may never know the full story of what happened to the Library of Alexandria, we can take solace in the fact that its spirit lives on in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's greatest mysteries. If you found this story fascinating, be sure to subscribe to Shadow of History for more mysterious, dark, and untold stories from the past. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, stay curious and continue uncovering the untold stories that have shaped our world.